Welcome to today's presentation on how the brain shapes our opinions and perceptions. Have you ever wondered why we hold certain beliefs or biases? It turns out that our brains play a significant role in shaping our thoughts and attitudes. In this presentation, we will explore the fascinating world of cognitive psychology and neuroscience to understand how our brains process information and influence our perceptions. We will discuss the power of perception, the role of emotions and memory, and the illusion of choice. By the end of this presentation, you will have a deeper understanding of how your brain shapes your worldview and how you can become more aware of your own biases. Perception is not a passive process but an active one that involves the brain interpreting and making sense of sensory information. The brain uses past experiences, expectations, and context to create our perception of reality. This means that our perception is not always accurate or objective, but rather subjective and biased. For example, optical illusions demonstrate how our brains can be tricked into seeing something that isn't actually there. Our brains use shortcuts or heuristics to make quick judgments based on incomplete information, which can lead to misinterpretations and biases. These biases can affect our behavior and decision-making, even when we are aware of them. Emotions play a significant role in shaping our opinions. When we encounter new information, our brains automatically process it through an emotional lens. This can cause us to form opinions based on our emotional reactions rather than on objective facts. For example, if we hear a news story about a crime committed by someone from a particular ethnic group, our emotional response may lead us to generalize that all people from that group are dangerous or untrustworthy. The way our brain processes emotions also affects how we react to different stimuli. When we experience something positive, such as receiving a compliment, our brains release dopamine, a feel-good chemical. This can make us more likely to form positive opinions about the person who gave us the compliment or about the situation in general. On the other hand, when we experience something negative, such as being criticized, our brains release cortisol, a stress hormone. This can make us more likely to form negative opinions about the person who criticized us or about the situation in general. Memory plays a crucial role in shaping our opinions and perceptions. Our past experiences, beliefs, and values are stored in our memory and can influence how we perceive new information. For example, if someone has had a negative experience with dogs in the past, they may be more likely to perceive a barking dog as a threat, even if it is not. The brain retrieves memories through a process called pattern recognition, where it matches incoming sensory information with previously stored patterns. This can lead to biases in perception, as the brain may match new information with an incorrect pattern. For instance, if someone has a stereotype that all lawyers are dishonest, they may perceive a lawyer's actions as deceitful, even if they are not. The illusion of choice is a fascinating concept that has been studied extensively in the field of psychology. It refers to the idea that our brains can create the perception of choice, even when there is none. This can lead to biases in decision-making, as we may believe that we are making a choice based on our own free will, when in fact our decisions are being influenced by external factors. One example of the illusion of choice is the phenomenon of choice architecture. This refers to the way in which choices are presented to us, which can influence our decisions. For instance, if a store places expensive items at eye level and cheaper items on lower shelves, we may be more likely to choose the more expensive option, simply because it is more visible. Another example is the use of default options, where we may stick with the default choice even if it is not the best option for us. In conclusion, we have explored how the brain shapes our opinions and perceptions. We have seen how perception is shaped by the brain and how it can lead to biases and misinterpretations. We have discussed how emotions can influence our opinions and how the brain processes and reacts to emotional stimuli. We have also explained how memory can shape our opinions and how the brain retrieves memories to influence our perceptions. Finally, we have examined how the brain can create an illusion of choice and how it can lead to biases in decision-making. It is important to be aware of how the brain shapes our opinions and perceptions, as it can help us make more informed decisions and avoid falling prey to biases and illusions of choice. By understanding the workings of the brain, we can become better critical thinkers and more effective communicators. So let us continue to explore the mysteries of the brain and its impact on our lives. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.